What does disappointment mean for you? Like, how does it show up for you? Merry Sunday. Hello, my loves. It is a Sunday. You see the laundry? It's a Sunday. I'm here because I really wanted to talk about disappointment. What does disappointment mean for you? Like, how does it show up for you? What is your relationship with disappointment? I hear, you hear, we all know that disappointment is a result of expectation because it is. There's somewhere within us where we expect something to go a certain way and we become disappointed when it doesn't, right? But here I want to tell you guys that it's going to happen, but I wouldn't let disappointment weigh too heavy on you where it brings you down because it shouldn't. So there's ways to go about this to really see and realize that disappointment is a feeling that should be processed, but also understanding that when the disappointment comes, you have to ask yourself, is it me or is it the situation, right? And when I say, is it me, are you placing heavy expectations on something where you're setting yourself up for disappointment? Or is it just a situation where you thought something was going to go away, but not really expectations like that, and it didn't, so you're disappointed? There is a degree there. But what I want to tell you guys and encourage you guys is to discern where the expectation is. How heavy is that? Are you over expecting? Are you giving too much on someone to do based off your expectations? And because it is not a follow through, you're upset. And how many people or things that are happening that you're placing that on? Because if you have like 100 things that you're looking at, people, situations, work, it doesn't matter, that you expect, that is a very heavy energy that you're carrying. So when, let's say, out of the 100, only two or three actually come through and the other 97 don't, that is a lot to take on. You do realize that, right? It's a lot to take on. So identifying where you're really placing that expectation can help with the disappointment and that feeling, and feeling like woe is me, because we can cycle into those kind of things and it just brings us down. But we have the power to get ourselves out of that. I do believe we have the power to get ourselves out. Just you got to think differently. Now that is not to say that expectations are bad. I think there is a certain degree of expectation that is needed in order to find the company or the surroundings or the people that you want in your circle. You have to have a standard, and that standard, unfortunately, is an expectation. It isn't a heavy, hard, petty expectation. These are real values that you carry. So you expect that a person to be in your circle or situation that you're in runs this way because this is what you want to be surrounded by. I think those are healthy. I think we need those kinds of expectations because it weeds out the people that are not, you know, with that, which keeps us in a more happier state. And I also feel that when you come to that conclusion that you're holding these standards because of your value in expectations for others, you actually don't feel disappointed. Isn't that funny? Like, you have the expectations, but those are the expectations that won't bring on the disappointment. It's like, it's just the process. Oh, okay, well, you couldn't carry that through, or you didn't do that, fine. No worries. Go do you, be happy, and then you move on. You just know that that person's just not good for you, right? So just think about that when you think about expectations and you think about disappointment, because don't place so much on others where it affects you. Because sometimes it isn't worth it. Sometimes it's like, well, you hope for it, but whatever. Think of it in the way of you weeding out the people that you want to be surrounded with. And I feel like you'll be more at peace and the disappointment won't be that heavy. It'll actually be a blessing.